I'm planning to make a video about IRL streamers and some stuff that I think people have not really talked about. But in the meantime, I just have to react to this video. This guy, I mean, everyone knows he has been, he's being an asshole, a troll in Japan, and he has done disrespectful stuff. We saw the other video with the guys who ended up in the police station, and because they disrespected the hotel owner or something in Thailand, I think, with Ice Poseidon. I mean, IRL streamers are causing some trouble here and there, right? That is for sure. But this guy is like basically a troll, and he does really disrespectful shit. So let me start out by saying I really think that the guy is doing really fucked up shit, and it's super annoying, and it's like, stop. We all agree. And he got attacked a couple of times, I think, but this one is kind of different. So we're going to watch the video. It's only 1 minute, so I'll just let it play out.
Say that. Don't grab my camera. Don't grab. No,
Just go, you know. Racist asshole. Y'all racist. Y'all racist. We know that. You racist.
Damn it.
Malcolm X. Martin Luther King. Yeah, Martin Luther King. Whatever they say. I don't give a fuck about what's going on. I'm just a troll. I don't give a fuck about what's going on. I'm a negative nigga.
Don't do it.
Yeah, racism. Racist. Hey, racist.
Okay.
Hey, fuck you, nigga, bitch ass nigga. Fuck you, bitch ass nigga. Whatever. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, damn it, nigga. Yeah, and what?
Just don't. Camera.
There it comes.
All you have to say
Don't
is
grab nothing. Oh.
Anonymous sent $3 Hiroshima, Nagasaki.
So there is clearly something going on, and probably a lot of people in Japan already know that this guy's an asshole. With IRL streamers, there are stream snipers, so like other people start streaming around them, and like I'll dive into this in one of my next videos. So he's not alone, but definitely, like, obviously he's causing issues again, and people are pissed off. And a lot of people in Japan by now know that he's an asshole and he's there, and like the general consensus is like, dude, just leave. And I kind of don't get. I mean, maybe I get why they haven't kicked him out yet, but like he is pushing it, and I can imagine that a country will say, you know what, just leave, like just get the fuck out of here. I totally get that. I totally get people saying that to him as well. But yeah, we see some physical altercation here. The guy is like being an asshole with his phone. So the lady on the right, or girl, is pissed off, is yelling at them. Other people are laughing because, you know, it's kind of like weird as well. And it's like, you know, it's downtown and people are going out. She's probably not going to hit him. So we have this guy on the right and he's like, yeah, I don't know where he's from, whatever, but he's not local, clearly. We don't know if he lives there or if he's there on vacation. But when this stuff happens, like, people will gather around, right? And just see, like, what's going on. So there was, like, and here the guy on the right is making himself bigger. He has a cigarette, which doesn't necessarily say anything. But, like, he's making himself bigger, pulling his pants up or whatever. Showing that he's, you know, comfortable. He's not afraid at all. Like, I mean, you can see those signs, right? And apparently these two guys are together.
Racist. We know that.
He's like fixing his hair. There's a reason why I'm going this much in detail. One, the channel is called The Deepest Deep Dive, so I'm going beyond what other people probably will do with analyzing footage and stuff. But you can see that they're kind of communicating with each other, right?
Malcolm X. Martin Luther King.
This guy is just a bystander and just watching. That is what I would recommend. You can just tell him politely, like, dude, you're an asshole, and leave him. Don't give him any new content, because it if he sparks more controversy with this type of footage, he gets more notoriety. Man, my English is going to improve as I try to use these words. But obviously he'll get more viewers, right? So don't engage at all. I saw another video from another guy on YouTube, and he also said, like, just call the police, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, true. He's not on his own. So what does that do? That kind of gives him... He feels like I can do even more. I can do more shitty stuff because I'm not on my own, right? I have backup. And the other guy was like saying the same thing. I don't know why they're calling them racist. I don't know what was said before this. I could like dive. Is it really relevant? Like, he's being an asshole and people get annoyed. That is enough context, I think.
I don't give a fuck about what's going on. I'm a negative nigga.
I mean, I think he is kind of disconnected from reality in the sense of, like, he just blocks it out. So he is aware that he's pissing people off, but then he's like, I'm just being a troll, you know? I'm not doing anything that is officially illegal, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, dude, you're pissing people off. Like, maybe in the year 30, 50 or whatever, maybe things are different. Right now, you're in a country that has, like, more traditional values. You know you're going to piss off more people if you do this shit there, right? If you go to other countries, maybe people would not take it and wouldn't be so polite, and they would really attack you, right? And here's the thing, like, it's not the local people that attacked you in this case, it's other people. So here the two guys are like stepping up a bit. They're communicating with each other again. I don't know if the other guy is saying, just let him go, let's leave. If that is what he was saying, then that was the smart thing to say. Because clearly his friend is unhinged. And this has to be said as well, right? And that is, again, the reason why I'm doing this deep dive. Because we all dislike this guy. But, like, who the fuck is that?
Hey, fuck you, nigga, bitch ass nigga, fuck you, bitch.
If it hasn't escalated to a physical fight... If it is escalating to a physical fight, you can get involved. You can hold him down because, you know, he's fighting someone. That is not happening. It's a verbal fight, right? Or a verbal argument, whatever. Yes, he's being disrespectful. He's saying some very disrespectful stuff, right? He's saying very disrespectful stuff that people would not be comfortable to say to him, because then the entire internet would call them a racist or whatever. So he's like, it's kind of annoying, right? So we get that. It's not an excuse to knock them down, to hit them. It is not. They're again discussing. Right now, nobody else around here is like, hey, there's a fight going on. There is like a discussion. Here, there's a guy. He says leave. He's probably saying leave. Leave. Yeah, because, yeah, tell him to leave. Tell him to fuck off. Tell him to fuck off. And the problem is, this guy is also doing this in another country. So, you know, they're all holding back. And there you are, probably visiting the country. Here he goes. He pulls it, like, he's going for like a full punch. He's like going for the hardest punch that he can give to someone on someone's head, I think, that is not expecting a punch at all. That is a hard fucking hit. That is a hard fucking hit. People can say, hey, he deserves it because he's an asshole. No, we do not punch each other. That is not a civilized thing to do. You're doing something that the local people would not do. But maybe this gives this guy the feeling, you know what? I could be like a local hero. Yeah, maybe to people that think physical violence is acceptable. But the majority of people do not think that physical violence is acceptable to someone that is just being disrespectful.
Oh.
So the other guy is not meddling at all. He's just, and everyone is there holding back. So you can hear people being surprised. So I can hear some people clapping, which is not good. Not good. Like, there are probably people around waiting, like, hey, if this shit escalates, like, I'm here. because I don't want anyone else to get hurt.
All you have to say
Don't
is
grab nothing.
The way he could have slapped him. A punch like this, people have died because of punches like this. You could think, hey, that guy deserves it. No, he does not deserve death. He does not deserve to fall on the ground with his head on the ground and then lose some ability, you know? No, he does not deserve that. Even though he's probably one of the biggest assholes that we have on the internet at this moment. Still. That is fucking unacceptable.
Oh,
And he goes in again. Did you hear him scream while he was hitting him?
just don't. All you have to say
don't
is
grab nothing. Oh,
He's trying to just fuck him up. He is basically just trying to fuck him up.
Anonymous sent $3
Clapping, and I can hear a lady there saying no.
Hiroshima, Nagasaki.
all you have to
Listen,
don't grab nothing. Oh,
this is just not the way. You seem unhinged, and you did something that I think this should go to the police, and they need to investigate this, and like, that is fucking unhinged. That is fucking unhinged. And that's assault. There were so many ways to react to this and not escalate it to this degree. No matter what he says, call the police. If he's doing something that you feel is illegal, call the police. To a lot of people, it's funny. And to me, it's not funny at all. To me, it's not funny at all because it's just messed up. He is, in fact, a stupid troll. It's escalating with these IRL streamers. I think the majority of people know how to deal with them. Like there's TikTok, like lots of people are capturing footage on the street or whatever. And yeah, this type of stuff just makes it worse. Because more people will be made aware of him. He will, if he didn't, if he's okay, I would assume that he's okay, then this does not make him smaller. If he violates the terms of service of any of these platforms, YouTube or Twitch or whatever, maybe he's already banned on a couple of platforms, who knows. But if he violates the terms of service, then you report his content. If you're standing there, you're seeing him being an asshole and he's doing stuff that is illegal or violating terms, or you try to make him violate the terms. You deliberately try to do something where he just steps in it, right? Where he just does something or says something that is bad enough to be kicked off one of these platforms. Because that is, at the end of the day, the only thing that will impact him. The only way to get him to behave himself, obviously, because nothing else has worked, the only way is if his viewership goes down. And the problem is a lot of people, and you could see this in the chat as well, and there's like, listen to the
erase this. Hey.
text to speech.
Anonymous sent $3 Hiroshima, Nagasaki, Hiroshima, Nagasaki.
So the guy is walking around with the speaker, and people can send those messages, and it's sent out through the speaker. Well, we need, apparently we need a rule against this. Text to speech, there needs to be a rule where you can say everything that is coming out of your speaker after a warning or whatever will be considered as something that you are saying. And you are responsible for the shit that is coming out of the speaker. Because if someone just goes around with a megaphone and they say this shit, and you can arrest them, if they're giving that megaphone to other people, how is that different? If those other people are like pretty much anonymous, so they can say whatever it is that they want. That is how he's disassociating himself from the stuff that is being said through text to speech. Because it's not me, that's other people. well, then regulation needs to be checked. Like, we need special rules for this shit. There needs to be special guidance on text-to-speech stuff and IRL streaming. You know, I am totally in favor of freedom and being allowed to film and whatever, but clearly the text-to-speech stuff where other people are like harassing people in public and the person that is giving them that megaphone is like not held responsible at all, I think that is not cool. You know? And there is also no reason for text-to-speech on a speaker. Like, get the hell out of here. We don't want to hear shit over your speaker. When people have speakers or headphones too loud in public transport, that's being disrespectful. Probably something you will not notice in Japan, right? But in other countries, people have their phone just turned on with the speakerphone and they're listening to music and everyone has to listen to the same shit because they don't care. Is that okay? No, it's not. You're bothering other people. The text-to-speech stuff is bothering other people. You're being an annoyance. And within most countries where this guy will, you know, do this stuff, you can call the police and say, hey, he's being an annoyance. He's like upsetting people with a speaker and they're saying shit over the speaker. But I think with Ice Poseidon, they told him like you cannot stream outside of the hotel room, which completely, they can go outside of the hotel room, but they cannot stream outside of the hotel room. And that completely ruins everything for them because everything has to now happen in the hotel room, right? And like, obviously people get more engagement outside, and that gives you more viewers. I will dive into the IRL streamers very soon. I'm working on a video. You do not attack people because they're being an asshole and because they're saying stuff. You don't hit them. There are enough people here to defend everyone against these people. We all know the only thing that they want to do is just get engagement, piss people off, and then get more engagement because that increases the number of viewers. They do not want to get into a fight. They do not want to physically fight anyone, right? If that is what they were after, they would have had a fight every 5 minutes. Because if they step up to someone for no reason and start to fight, they will fight. They will fight back. Like, what the hell? Not everyone is going to bow down and walk around you. There are enough people that can kick his ass, right? Everyone knows that. All the guys standing around know, like, yeah, I could kick his ass. I could kick his ass as well. Like, yeah, I could kick his ass. Everyone knows. And this guy decided to kick his ass, but also completely unexpected. No chance for the guy to hold up his hands and defend himself a bit. If you really want to fight him, then tell him. Tell him, you want to fight? We're on the street, you want to fight? And he would have told you no. So for me, even though that guy, the guy is an asshole, we all know that, but what he did was unacceptable. And the idea of like, hey, let me here be the Batman, I'm Batman now, I'll kick his ass, like, dude, this kind of pissed me off, especially because I'm expecting a lot of videos of people just being happy that someone finally knocked him out. You just made the problem worse. You're probably going to end up in jail for, like, they're going to put you in a cell, at least, because he can report this. And even though they are aware of what an asshole he is, the chances of them thinking, you know what, even though he's pressing charges, we're not going to do anything with it because he's an asshole, that's not how it works. If they had decided to kick him out or do whatever, they would have done it, right? They have decided not to do that. So you are not to punch him in his face. But yeah, don't forget to subscribe. I'm creating a video on IRL streamers and what that means and how people are dealing with that. I hope to see you then.